Lauren, do you want to talk a little more about Flex?
Sure. So the Flex company makes period products that are better for women's health and the environment. We're known for our Flex period disc, as well as our new product, the Flex cup, which is patented and the only cup in the world that was designed to be as easy to remove as pulling a tampon string. I founded the Flex company because I was getting infections from tampons for 15 years of my life. I didn't know that my yeast infections following every period were actually being caused by my organic tampons until a nurse practitioner in San Francisco told me that. That put me on a quest around 2014 to try more than 30 period products from all over the world. I couldn't find anything that worked for me. So I started trying to work with the product designer to make just a product for myself. Something that was comfortable, that I could wear for 12 hours, that wouldn't give me infections, that I could work out in.
You can have sex with it in.
Yeah, that's true. It started with me having focus groups at my house where we would drink wine once a week, and I would always invite new women over and cook them a big pot of whatever food, and they would tell me all about their problems, but nobody was really telling me that they hated their tampons or that they hated pads. What they always told me was they hated their period, and therefore they hated a big part of their life, a big part of their body. And that's what I wanted to try to solve for. So the hypothesis was with a better period product, we would allow us to feel more comfortable for 1 week out of every month. And that would free up our mind space and time to not only love our bodies, but to be able to focus on things that make us feel fulfilled rather than feeling uncomfortable. When you're looking for a new company to invest in, you talked about consumer-enabled technologies. What are some of the qualities or attributes that you look for in the founder or founding team?
Everything's sitting right next to me. But I think I look for something unique. Like I mentioned, I'd seen a lot of tampon companies, and Lauren was doing something different. She was creating a new technology, and she has all of these ideas, too, for down the road that she hasn't even scratched the surface on, and she's doing great with these products. And I'd love after this for you to get into the fact she actually has already acquired a couple of companies as well. But I think, I say I look for three things to make it simple. One, a really unique product offering that's disruptive in some way, that's doing something different. I like to be, the first in a new market or the second. And then the second is the founder, which probably should be the first. It's the most important thing. I often look for co-founders or three founders. I like to make sure that the teams have diversity of all shapes and sizes, from a technology background to gender. We make sure that we invest in a female in the founding team. We have 50 portfolio companies, and they all have a female in the founding team. And so I think team is everything. You need to make sure that this person's in it for the 10-year journey. I think a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to start a company and we'll see where it goes. It's like, no. If you start a company and you raise money, this is going to take you 10 years, and you should plan on it taking you 10 years to build this thing. It is no easy feat. And I want to make sure that my founders also, it's like going to war together in the best way. It's like a marriage you cannot get out of. You're going to go through some ups and some downs, and you need to know that you like and love these people, and that they are going to work so hard to build this thing. And then the third thing I look for is some type of traction. Prove to me, it doesn't have to be financial. I do love seeing $1 million in revenue, but it could be just prove to me that you have a customer, you have, there's some type of traction. That could be 100,000 email addresses, or any kind of research you've done on the market that says that there is a need, kind of like how Lauren was realizing, she was having these dinners and realizing what a need this was. I'm so grateful when people say no, because sometimes people just want to keep meeting with you and talking to you, and at a certain point it's not worth your time. You need to raise this money. And so I sort of have this 3-meeting rule. You kind of know after 3 meetings if they're in or out. And Ashley, who's here, who works with me, knows she'll be like, this is your third meeting. Like, maybe we should move on to other potential investors.
I've called people on that before. I'm like, dude, this is the fourth time we're meeting, and you were 15 minutes late. Please just cut me loose. Yeah. Just let me go.
Yeah, I'm relieved. And then if it's a no, it's such a great opportunity to be like, well, why was it a no? You know, thank you so much for telling me that. I really appreciate that. I'd rather just know that you're in or out. But like, why? What are your concerns? Because I want to make my pitch better. And then you actually create a relationship with these people. And I've had people come in later because they realize like they got to know me through that kind of advisory process.